Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Midwest Market Solutions Insider Commentaries on Tuesday morning, June the 27th. Thanks for joining us here. Beautiful day and a lot of sunshine. Cool temperatures last night, but it does look to warm up into the low 80s here. I'm in Iowa today at our Storm Lake, Iowa office. Very great soils here in this area, but we're seeing a lot of crop stress central to western Iowa, up into northwest Iowa. A lot of crop stress as it's very dry. Corn this time of year should be at least waist high, chest high, getting ready to pollinate on good crop years. This year it's not the case. We've got corn knee high in a lot of areas, which, you know, the old saying knee high by 4th of July is kind of an old saying, and we are seeing that this year as lack of rainfall is really affecting corn and soybeans. They are just kind of lying in dry dirt, going nowhere real fast. All right, crop conditions yesterday did not improve as expected. We're seeing a little premium being put into corn and beans overnight as a result. The spring wheat is at the lowest levels for this time of year, 40% good to excellent. We saw big drops in states of Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota, and we argue for continued higher prices as we don't see any rationing yet of that spring wheat crop. So likely see more deterioration on dry weather. That dry weather is starting to creep into the corn belt, as I mentioned. Crop conditions in the western part of the Midwest, parts of western Iowa, Minnesota, North South Dakota, Nebraska, all deteriorating, going backwards, while we're seeing improvements in parts of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, and parts of Iowa, eastern Iowa, where they are getting some rain. In fact, the more rain is in the forecast for those areas this week, while the western part of the belt remains dry. Temperatures pretty moderate to cool at night, and as we get into next week, there is a lot of talk about a ridge of pressure coming back and building some heat into the Midwest, and that is not going to be conducive for crop development, especially in the western areas where they have not gotten much rainfall activity. So really a different market in here for Eastern Belt versus the Western Belt. Eastern Belt very wet in the spring and continues to get some rainfall, while the Western Belt just receives hardly any moisture going into the key points of the growing season. So overnight we are a couple cents higher in the corn. Beans leading market higher here, and wheat's also moving higher. Cattle expected to open a little stronger on follow-through buying. Big resistance around 118.90 in the August cattle. We have expanded limits in live and feeder cattle today. I don't think we'll test those limits. In fact, I think you could see some selling develop right after the higher opening in the cattle futures this morning. Its fundamentals don't support these higher prices. I'll be on RFD TV this morning about 10:15 Central Time, so check that out. Hope you have a great day of trade. This has been Brian Hoops from Midwest Markets. Good luck, good trading, and we'll talk to you soon.